So pretty impressive. Now even at these depths, they do have amazing eyesight underwater. In fact, they have many different adaptations and features to make them very well equipped for a life out in our oceans. So we'll start right at the top of the penguin with their beak. So this beak is slightly hooked, slightly curved. Now that is to help spear the fish in the water. Now if you guys were lucky enough to see the inside of a penguin's mouth, what you would notice is that it is covered in spikes. Now even their tongue is incredibly spiky. Now the reason for this is to have a good grip on all of that yummy fish, make sure it's not swimming back out again, but instead being pushed down in the right direction towards their stomachs. Now moving down the penguin, they are of course covered in feathers. Now they have 2 layers of feathers. They have the inner downy layer, keeping them nice and warm in all different kinds of climates. And they have the outer layer, which is actually semi-waterproof. So that's what helps them swim for long periods of time out in the ocean without getting too cold. You are going to notice a couple of penguins at the back of Penguin Beach are looking a slightly different colour to the rest of our penguins. Now why on earth is that? That is because those guys have not yet gone through their catastrophic molt this year. So penguins go through a catastrophic molt each and every single year. So they get rid of all their old feathers, grow a whole new lot underneath. So these guys looking bright white, jet black, they've already done that this year, but there are a couple you might be able to spot not quite there yet. So they are still shedding. That's why they might look a little bit patchy at the moment. But do not worry, it happens to every single penguin every single year. Now one thing every single species has in common is that they are of course black and white. Now apart from just making them look very smart, what this is a very clever form of camouflage. So I'm sure you're thinking, Hayley, what are you talking about? I can see these penguins very clearly on Penguin Beach. They're not blending into their environment at all, but if you were to go out in the ocean, it would be a completely different story. So I want you guys to imagine you're a penguin predator, like a leopard seal, like a killer whale. You're out on the hunt for a bit of dinner. Now you're swimming above a penguin and looking down. Now that black back is going to blend in really well with that deep, dark, murky sea below. Alternatively, you're swimming below a penguin and looking up. Now that white belly is going to blend in really well with that bright white sky above. So it's a very effective form of camouflage, works very well for them out in the ocean. It's called counter shading. So now you know the secret of counter shading. You'll begin to notice it on a lot of different marine life. So for example, killer whales also use this counter shading technique, instead not to hide from any predators, but to sneak up on their prey. Moving further down the penguin, we come to their wings. Yes, they are wings because they are birds. Not a big shocker, they do not fly. What instead they do is propel themselves at amazing speeds through the water. So these wings have evolved to be more like flippers. They allow the penguin to swim at speeds of about 15 miles per hour. Might not sound crazy fast, but we can swim on average of about 2. So 15 is pretty cool. So today, you may have noticed, we have been joined by a couple of our native birds. We've got some herons, we've got some gulls. Now they've learned the talk schedule very well indeed. They know when's a good time to swim by and get a little bit of free fish. But they do pose a good comparison. So birds that can fly, they have light hollow bones, helping them lift off into the air. Whereas penguins, their bones are now more dense, solid and heavy like our own, helping them to sink and swim in the ocean. So we've learned about penguins in general, but what about the species we've come all this way to see? So as I said, we have the Humboldt species of penguin here today. You can find them on the coastal regions of Peru and Chile, and you often see them swimming in a cold water current named the Humboldt Current, named by the explorer himself, Alexander von Humboldt, hence their amazing names. Now something very specific to the Humboldt penguin is the spot pattern you might be able to notice on their stomach. Now look closer, you're going to notice each different penguin has a slightly different spot pattern. It's like their very own fingerprint. It helps to keep us tell them apart as well, and it's unique to each and every single one. Something else you might notice is that some have this black strap around their belly, like these few near me, whereas others do not. Now what we can tell by that is whether they are young or older. So the juvenile ones don't have this black strap yet. They will develop that within their next catastrophic molt, whereas the ones that do have that black strap are slightly older. Now the Humboldt penguins, they live and breed in quite large colonies out in the wild, and they make their burrows out of soil, rocks and guano. Now guano is basically a posh word for poo. So that's a little bit about the lovely Humboldt penguin. So I'm sure we all love penguins, not just here at London Zoo, but out in the wild as well. So at the moment they're having a little bit of a tough time, and that is all down to us. So there is a massive plastic pollution problem going on at the moment. So worldwide, humans tonnes of plastic each and every year. And that is the same in weight as the whole adult population on Earth. So that's a lot of plastic. Now, one disposable plastic bottle takes 450 years to break down to